Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality, and today I wanted to do a little crafting with you. I am working on my bee journals. If you haven't seen or heard on Instagram, I've mentioned them in other videos. And I'm not completely done, but I'm making 2 of these journals. I will have a flip through of them coming up soon. This is what I have done so far. I'm thinking about adding something else to the cover, but I'm not sure. But today I wanted to show you how to make one of these cute little book page pockets that you can do as an insert in a junk journal or put it on a page, like glue it down. But I used just a basic, I had a Dollar Tree book that I used the cover, and I have the inside pages. So I coffee stained them, and I left the rough edge. I love that look. But this is just a simple pocket, and I did some stitching on it, added like little homemade button kind of things. This isn't homemade, but the paper, this part with the little discs. And then I added some brads. This is a button glued onto a brad it was a flat brad. And I used the E6000 to attach that on there. But I was going to show you how to do this. It's really easy and just makes a cute little pocket to put tags or whatever goodies inside your book. So yeah, be sure to subscribe so you know when I have the video out for these books. So I have some items here that I used. This is a book page from a bee book, and so I'm going to use one of these images. I have some scraps of my paper from the actual book that I made. This is paper from Joann's. You have to order it on their website because it's one of the specialty paper pads. And I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it up, I think, in the description. So I have some scraps, and then I have my book page. It's just a random book from the Dollar Tree. But the book pages really take the coffee dyeing really well. So I just think it looks really cool. And then I have some trims, some twine, and some ribbon. And then I have a gold brad, and this was a flat gold brad with a button that I already glued on top of it. And these are some vintage flower buttons I had in my stash. So let's see, I don't need 2 of these. I think I accidentally cut 2. And then I also have a circle cutter, the circle punch. It's 1 inch. I have this corner punch. These are just ones that I had in my stash. Not sure what brand they are. And then I have a stapler, my scissors, and a hole punch. I have some mustard seed distress ink and some, well, I have glue, yes, for the bee. But I will be stitching these, stitching this. So I won't show you that part of it. I'll just take it off camera and stitch it, but I'll show you the rest of it. So it's actually pretty easy. You just take your book page, and these pages are probably like 5 by 8 or something like that. Just a standard size hardbound book. And what you want to do is turn your page upside down so the wording is upside down. And then you're going to fold up. And then fold down, but you want to leave it like a little bit flapped over like an envelope. Just like that. And then I went ahead and covered the inside of mine up since the lettering is upside down. Just added some of my paper in there. So I have this piece that I will go up here. I think I made this it doesn't matter, but I made my flaps a little bit bigger or different sized, so I'll just have to tear this down. So I have a piece that will go in here, and I already cut it down to size and I tore it and put some distress ink, but I do need to tear the sides here. And this size will depend on what size book page you use and how much of the wording you want to cover up. So you just need to cut that piece down, and I tried to cover up as much as I could there, and then so I have that piece, and then this piece will go inside here. It's the right size this way, but I need to make it a little bit smaller this way, so I'll just need to trim off about a ½ inch there. A little off the sides. Yeah, by the time I trim that down, it'll be the right size. And go ahead and ink this. So that will go there, and then on the front cover I have this piece here. It's a little bit long, so I'll need to trim off a little bit. And then tear the sides here. Go ahead and ink this. So that will be stitched on here. Stitched on here. I can't talk this morning. Need to get a drink. Sorry about that. Okay. And I'm thinking, I made this a little bit, this flap bigger, and I have the corners. So I'm thinking I need to make this a little bit smaller here, or pull this down a little bit so it is the same as this one, because I like how everything laid out. So I'm going to go down another ½ inch or so. Like that. Kind of messes that up, but I think that'll be fine. Like that, and then this will go here. It'll kind of cover up that seam. That doesn't really matter to me. I'll be stitching over that anyways. So that will go there. And then to make the little discs here, I just punched several pieces. I did 3 pieces per circle just to make it nice and sturdy. Three for that, and then 2 more. And just go ahead and use some glue. I want the darker honeycomb to be on the outside, so I'll just glue all these together. Some more glue there. Just like that. And then I took my ink and went ahead and just stressed around the edges. And then you just need a hole punch. I have this crocodile and it has a little tiny hole. It's probably 1/8 of an inch and then 1/4 inch. No, I think this is, oh, 7/8. No, that's not 7/8. That's this thing. I think this is like a little less than 1/8 and this is a little less than 1/4 inch. But I'm going to use the tiny one. You go right in the center. And this is just to make a hole to put your brad through. You could use a paper piercer too. Would work fine. And then what you need to do is figure out where you want your little disc to go. That will be up there. And I'm gonna actually sew this first before I do this, but after you sew it, you'll want to put both of your brads and discs on before you stitch the sides together. So I'm gonna actually pull this down, make this bottom pocket the same. Here. There we go. Okay, so I am going to take this over. I'm going to sew these two pieces inside and then sew this piece on the outside, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have it stitched. So now before stitching or gluing your sides here, you need to put in your little disc to make the ties. So you're able, I ended up having to stick it in after I sewed it on this one. That's why I learned from my first mistake. It still worked fine, but it was just a little bit more difficult to get it in there without ripping the paper. Okay, so fold your piece here. And put your something stuck in there, fuzzy or something. It's gonna go right in the center, a little bit up from the edge of the page. Let's put that in there. And then with it folded, you can see where you want to lay it out. I'm going to be putting some trim. I can go ahead and put that on there. Well, I'm going to lay it on there just to see where I want it, and then so I'll put it right about here. It's a little off. Let's see, I'll move it over a little bit. Thought it was straight and it's not. You know what, I'm gonna have to leave it there now because I have the hole in the paper. That's okay, it's fine. So now I'm gonna go over and stitch this and then we'll finish it up. It's all stitched up. I just started here and went that way. And then I have a piece about a foot long of some black and white twine, and I just did a double knot down here at the bottom. And then you can just twist it around just like that. But I'm going to glue my trim down here first. See here, I just want it right above that part. Just like that. And then I have a little piece of polka dot ribbon. It's probably about 4 inches. I'm just making a little V out of it and stapling it up at the top here. I'm opening up the flap to do that. Just like that. And then the last thing is just to cut out an embellishment and put that on top. So I'm going to use this V right here. I'm going to use my ink and just ink the edges. Let's add a thin layer of my glue down. And he'll go right there in the middle. Super cute. That was just a quick little pocket page or book page pocket, and you can add that directly onto your page. This is a little wide, So it may just be like a little tucked into the side or something like that, but I think this is really cute. And I'll just go ahead and twist this. Or you could just give this as like a Happy Meal, fill it with some goodies and send it in an envelope to somebody who's a junk journal or whatever. You can totally make this not vintage or use regular paper, whatever. It's just an easy way to make a little pocket. So I hope you like this tutorial. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Leave me a comment and subscribe. Be on the lookout for my bee journals to be completed. Also, I have a series of the Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge, and I'm almost finished with those books, and I will be having a 5,000 subscriber giveaway coming soon when I do the last video, the flip through of those journals. They are lemon themed and I really love them, so be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you again next time. This is Kim with Creative Crafticality. Bye. God bless.